Right. Good morning, everyone. Melissa here. Thanks for joining me. Um, a new Bible study is starting this morning that I am joining using the Bible my husband brought me. Um, there's a time for everything in life, right? There's a time to say, we're going to be apart in your marriage, and there's a time to say, nope, I think you can work at this. I think you can rebuild with me and you can get over your temper and you can be forgiving toward your wife. You want to build on the Bible. That's how you want to build your life. So even if you're divorced, you're still considered married in God's eyes. Okay? Unless somebody abandoned you, which my husband did, um, you know, you're before God, you are free to be remarried or if your husband dies, right? So my husband is free to go. He will get that divorce if he wants it. I mean, he can have a divorce if he really wants it. But in the meantime, I'm choosing to build on the Bible. I'm choosing to love my husband from a distance and to pray for him, to ask God to deal with him. He's been acting pretty rotten lately. I'm praying for him to repent, to come to his senses, so to say. He is making up all kinds of lies about me. The last one was when I went to his work, I was a distraction. And this is something I told Leandro last night. I'm like, we can go to court and we can talk about this if you'd like. I'm like, he was taking fits because he wouldn't pay his storage. He was screaming at work. And Matt was like, you might want to leave. He's upset. So for the sake of peace, we did. I did leave. And that was a long time ago. I mean, that was a while ago. So then, we had worked things out. I think that was 2021. And so I was still going to his work as usual. That happened one time. And, going there and doing wifely things like getting his check, making sure all finances were taken care of, which is what I did. And Leandro's trying to twist this and say, you went over there to get his check. Like, that's all I did. Not that I brought him lunch, not that I went there on other days. I was always over there, because that's what you do, right? You communicate when you're married. You talk a lot about everything. So, there's nothing you can do if your spouse wants a divorce. Nothing. My husband just signed a paper for a divorce. There's nothing that you can do if he really wants it. Eventually, he will have a divorce. But it's like life support. It's like you're pulling the plug, and you're ending something that is pretty precious. Marriage between, marriage is, holy before God. It's something that man is told not to interfere with. As a wife, all you can do is pray for your husband. So as I go to this Bible study this morning, we will be praying for my husband because I know these ladies and they have been praying with me through this. The pastor knows. I've been in another church where the pastor knew what was happening. He actually was willing to call my husband. He was like, "You want me to call him? I'll straighten him out." And I'm like, "No, no, you don't have to do that." So he was very bold and he was willing to do that. And so pray for your husband. You want to stay close to God. My husband has walked away, and there's a danger in that, right? When you walk away from your faith. There is verses in the Bible that God will allow Satan to sift you. He will. He will allow things to happen if you do not turn to him. And if you're a child of God's, which I believe my husband is, he did get baptized, he did confess Christ, God will discipline you. And if he continues to choose this path of destruction, even if he does divorce, he's not going to be happy because divorce is extremely destructive. I mean, unless you have like major abuse, I mean major, then it can be definitely for good. No question about that. There are the rare situations that divorce is needed. But for the most part, you want to pray for your marriage. And even though your husband has a free will to divorce you, you want to pray and you want to build on Christ. So, my husband, like I said, is free to go. I wish him the best. If he found someone else, good luck, good for him. But I will have a fault divorce because this is on him. And I will be looking for financial obligations. But yet, the better thing would be to reconcile and work things out. So, that's kind of the way I'm dealing with this, ladies. And when you go to church, even though you're going through a divorce, stay focused on Christ. You know, the Bible study will be great to have that support for me, but obviously, I don't want to, distract, so to say, us from the main thing, which is Christ. So, all right, thanks for joining me, guys.